Have you ever been advised that you should intentionally hit a putt off the toe of the club for a slick downhill putt? Maybe you've even been told you should use the heel more for an uphill putt. Is that good advice? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's lesson. A lot of people will advise you to hit downhill putts off the toe of the putter. Occasionally, I've heard the heel. I want you to throw the heel out. I just don't see too many people ever using that. But is it wise to intentionally hit a ball outside of the sweet spot? Well, first thing we want to think about is the sweet spot of the putter is where you're going to hit the ball more solid, and it's where you're going to get a true speed. Anywhere off of the sweet spot, the putt's going to come off softer, so you're going to lose speed. So yes, if it's a slick downhill putt like this, if I hit it off the toe, it should come out a little bit softer. The issue is once that ball makes contact with the toe, it's going to tend to go off a little bit to the right. So I have to make up for that in my line. I have to make sure that I'm going to play for a little bit of a rightward spin on that ball. So it's up to you. You can try it, experiment, see what works best for your game. I personally like to hit everything dead center in the sweet spot. That's the way I teach my students in private lessons. I want them hitting the ball with the square face. I want them hitting the ball in the center of the putt where the sweet spot was designed to get a good true roll. So either way, just practice it, see what works. Go ahead and try it off the toe a few times. You may like it, but again, my preference is hit it in the sweet spot and just lessen the stroke. Just don't hit it as hard. So I'm going to try this both ways just to let you see if you can notice any difference. So first thing I'm going to do, this is, by the way, a really, really fast putt. I'm on a big slope right here. So I'm going to hit it in the sweet spot the first time around, and I mean I'm barely going to breathe on this putt. I'm barely going to move it back. Just give it a little bit of a tap here. Let's see what happens. No matter what I do, this hole's on a slope, so it's going to pick up some serious speed. So now I'm going to try it again, and this time I'm simply going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it on the toe of the putter. Let's see what happens here. So you can see, to me it looked like it did start out a little bit slower, but it went more right, and in the long run it rolled out just as far. It's simple and it works. If you have an idea for a lesson, please submit it in the Ask Maria section on mygolfinstructor.com.